listening to 1,000 pages of the Odyssey. His name was Thomas James Buckwalter, but the whole family called him DJ. He was an editor for a science and technology magazine called Popular Mechanics. I think they still publish it, but I'm not sure. It had articles like, what's the difference between your fan and an airplane propeller? Stuff like that. Dad was always surprised how emotional science writers were, almost like divas or opera stars. He said sometimes they wept when he told them articles had to be shorter, and one friend would throw himself off the Triborough Bridge. Dad was very private about his emotions. I almost think he didn't have any. He said the truest thing ever written was that you can't tell a book by its cover. Anyway, he read Dracula to me in the office made out of the spare bedroom, and he did it by candlelight. It was unforgettable. Mom didn't approve, though. I would hear them argue about it after I went to bed. But I wasn't sleeping anyway. There were a lot of night noises in that house. The book scared the pee out of me. When we finished reading the book, I asked my dad if vampires are real, and he said, of course they are. I'm one. Yeah, right, I said. And he was like, no, seriously, I am. I keep a coffin in the basement. That's where I sleep. Mom doesn't like blood on the pillowcases in our bedroom. Dad, I said, and he kissed me on the forehead, and that was that. When I lay in bed, I realized why the basement door was always locked. Mom said that the stairs were rickety, the lights didn't work, and she didn't want my 4-year-old brother taking a fall. Shortly after that, my parents had a fight. A real fight, with broken dishes and stuff. And she left without saying goodbye. She left without saying she moved to Chickalum, Alaska, which is supposedly the smallest town there. Sorry, blood clot. I visited her a couple times, and she said it was really simple. It was really simple. Her nearest neighbor was 3 miles away. How could you beat that? Dad took care of me, supposedly, at least when he remembered I was there. I did most of the cooking and the cleaning, and when I was doing laundry, I saw blood on Dad's pillowcases. So I asked him about it, and he said he has nosebleeds. Whatever. Then I finally went down to the basement. And what do you know? There's no coffin down there. Why would there be? We live in a college town, one of those liberal arts colleges where the guys wear ties and the girls wear dresses. Our next door neighbor was a professor of world religions or something. He had a daughter my age who got sick, lost a lot of weight, and generally looked terrible. One day when she was lying out in her hammock in her yard, I brought her some tacos, and she left a note in my hand that said, please help me. I didn't know with what, though, so I talked to my dad about it, and he said he talked to her father about it. I don't know if he actually did. Then there was the day, and I call it the day because it's when everything changed forever, literally forever. From about like 2 or 3 in the morning, I just couldn't sleep, so I'd walk around aimlessly until I finally could fall asleep. On one of my walks, close to dawn, I'm going to say dawn because I don't really remember the time, I saw this giant-shaped, bat-shaped wing creature fly down from the sky, right down from the moonlight. It was a pretty good angle. And he was carrying a girl in a white dress drenched with blood. He landed on the lawn, and I could see that the giant wing-shaped creature turned into a man. And that man was my dad, with talons instead of hands. And I watched him reach down into her heart, eat it, and I went too fast. Reach down into her heart and eat it with blood dripping down his jaws. And I realized that was my dad! How embarrassing to see my dad eat someone's heart. Ugh! He saw me, and I saw him, and we both froze. And it felt like we held each other's gaze for what felt like an hour. And maybe it was an hour. Then he said in his dad voice, Kendi, why are you out so late? And I said I couldn't sleep. And he said, you do so. Come inside, I'll make some hot cocoa. So that's what we did. We went inside, he made hot cocoa, wrapped me in a blanket, and we sat at the kitchen table with leftover cherry pie. It was warm, reassuring, and it just felt like Dad. So then I asked and said to him, you are? And he was like, well, I did try and tell you. And I asked him why, and he said it was the whole immortality thing. When Mom told him she was and he could be, he took her up on the offer. He then laughed and said, never put 2 vampires in the same room. Be gone. Never put put two vampires in the same room. So, oh, thank you. I had to have it on first. Sorry, another blood clot. My bad. It's really getting to me. I feel so cool and sorry. It's just getting in my way. He said there would be an issue with the girl, so he said he'd move up to Alaska with Mom, because there wouldn't be much fuss about it. He asked me if I wanted to come, so I said, no, I'm going to finish out my senior year. He was disappointed, but he told me that there was enough money in the kitchen cabinet above the refrigerator to see me out. I cried, he cried, and I watched him fly away. I'm not a vampire. Obviously, there's no such thing. I'm going to a Halloween party. Dad did say, however, that if I was ever interested in the immortality, to give him a call, to live for 1,000 years, to be present at the sweep of history, the ultimate power, to fly. Be honest, it would be pretty hard to resist. Catch me at the party, we'll